Screwdrivers, 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 screwdrivers. I need more screwdrivers. Well, in my search for different tools, I've been looking at a few things on the internet. I saw a brand that not so popular in Australia, but Amazon's been here a few years now, and they're kind of getting a bit of a foothold. And I was just wondering what sort of quality it actually is. I mean, I'm not expecting anything too much, but I do like screwdrivers. So I've got myself this Amazon Basic screwdriver set. Now, this was out of stock for a long time due to COVID and supply chains and all that blah blah blah. And I was actually surprised that when it came back, it was slightly cheaper than it had been before. So I don't know how that works out, but I'm going to take it. Now this is, I think, a 28 piece, something like that. Maybe more, or maybe 58, because it's got a lot of bits in it. A nice plastic case. Why are we not opening? Because we've got a cable tie there. Alright, you might be 58 because we've got all these bits in it, so I'm sure they clip in there. Something like that. So, I'll have a bit of a look at what we've got here. We've got all sorts of bits. We've got PH1s, PH2s, PH3. Now, a couple of each. Now, I do see people go, oh, I don't like it when they have doubles, but these are disposable items. You know, these bits, they'll probably end up in a driver or something, and you'll just chew the end off them, so it makes sense to have more than one of each. Especially your Phillips and your Posi drive, and the smaller Torx, of course. So what have we got? Let's have a bit of a look. It's got a nice tri-lobe type handle. It's got the flat marking on the end there, which tends to suggest it's, see me get in focus there, it's hardened metal. So not a bad looking thing at all, really. Feels quite good. I see it is made in China, but let's face it, so are most things. The handle's probably a little bit harder than I like, but not obtrusive and certainly not uncomfortable. The little Torx drivers, they have a good spinner cap on the back there. It's only a definition in the tips. And I don't know how well that's all going to sit together. There's no plastic there. So yeah, we'll just get something we can compare them to and have a look at it. Okay, so a bit of a comparison here. Here's your PH1. And as we said before, you've got the tip, which has the black, so it's hardened. Now, if we look at the shape of the handle compared to the Milwaukee there are some similarities, but I think that that's just the best shape for a handle you've got. It sort of curves into your hand and then, yeah. Tips are fairly similar. Milwaukee's got a bit of use on it. This one, the Amazon Basics, has chrome vanadium on the engraved into the shaft. Whether that means anything or not to you. Compared to 1x75 there. Now, it's something I noticed the Milwaukee does not have. And here we have the Wera, which doesn't have, it has a slightly different colour tip, and it's got the etching in there to help it bite in. So, and this has a much smaller handle. I actually find either of these better because this one's very small and I have quite large hands. I actually broke this hand a few years ago. I broke this finger back up here, and so my hand gradually loses grip if it's tight, which is why I have the 25mm bars on the Triumph. It just helps me to keep a hold of the bike. So, yeah, that's all pretty good. Now, comparing the Weras are a bit longer, although they do seem to come in several different sizes, the Weras, depending on what you buy. Either one can be a benefit or no. I simply love these Weras. You've got that knurl there, you can just get your hand in there like that and spin him like that. This one's probably just a little bit shorter. It's not unusable. I don't think it's quite as smooth as the Wera, but no, it's definitely usable. I don't see any problem with that at all. Once again, it has the heat treated tip on it, so yeah, should be a good thing. And last but not least, we've got the bit driver. Yeah, they're making no claims that these are impact rated bits, but there's no bit driver for your impact driver included in the kit, so it's fairly obvious that this is just for this. It's not a ratchet or anything. It's just a plain old straight bit driver. It's got a nice strong magnet in there to hold stuff in, so, and the bits have got some definition. They look like they'll be pretty good. So yeah, I'm thinking for $25, you know, if you had the choice of going to, I don't know, Bunnings and buying a Craft-Rite set, or I actually bought a very similar set from Stanley, but it didn't come in as good a case. Yeah, I think this would be an option for any of the cheap Chinese brands. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. It'll probably go in the toolbox and never be seen again, but yeah, it was just something I wanted to try, and I'm pretty happy with it.